Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Adventures with Danno. Glad to have everybody on tonight. It's going to be a good show. We're going to talk about everything you guys want to talk about. This is open discussion night. Happy Friday. Boy, it's been a long week. I have just been out filming all of the cicadas. They have arrived at our house. They are everywhere. And I mean everywhere. That video will be coming out on Sunday. You can see for yourself. There are thousands of cicadas right outside our window here. And I'll tell you what, I got some good film on them. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. If you're just now tuning into the show, if you happen to miss the live stream, leave a comment down below. We're going to be talking about all kinds of awesome things tonight. Anything you guys want to talk about. Obviously, some of our hot subjects around here are adventures, right? Adventures with Danno. Hot topics, theme parks, Disney World, Gatlinburg. Anything you guys want to talk about, we are open discussion tonight. Get your coffee ready. It has been a long week. Went to Kings Island yesterday. Had a great time. It rained a little bit, but the one nice thing about that is the park was completely empty. There was nobody there. It was pretty much a walk on every ride. Went with the whole family. We had a blast. It was a great time. Pop you guys out here. There we go. I can see a little better. So how you doing, Drew? Having a good night, buddy? Been doing any fishing? My friend Drew here has a fishing channel. Pretty awesome. You guys check him out. Yeah, up until like the last 20 minutes, I've been outside filming all of the cicadas. Doing a 2-week update. That video will be out Sunday. My Kings Island video will be out tomorrow morning. I'm putting it out at about 7:30 in the morning. So it'll be out all day. Ready for you guys to watch it. Hey, Kimberly. How are you? Did you miss what? The cicadas? No. The cicada video, that'll be coming out Sunday. They are everywhere. We've got thousands in the tree now. It's getting pretty ridiculous. And just heard on the news that it's going to only get worse. Down here in Cincinnati, they are everywhere. I mean, you can't go a mile. I've driven around. I've searched all around Cincinnati. They're pretty much everywhere. More on the west side than on the east side. Hey, Kath. How are you? Oh, no, Kimberly. No, we just started. We're probably going to run from right about 8:30. Maybe 9 o'clock. We'll see how it goes. A lot of people can't get in until about 7:45, 8 o'clock. So I usually take it to 8:39. So, but tonight is everything you guys want to talk about. I'm just the listener tonight. Or the reader, I guess. We're going to have some fun talking about our favorite things. Hope everybody's week's gone well. People are messaging me. So as I was talking about before, yes, we're putting our Kings Island video out tomorrow. It was a great time. Had a great time with the family. We pretty much got to walk on any ride we wanted to. It was amazing. Really awesome. It rained off and on. It was a little hard. They shut rides down and then they'd open them back up. But we were able to pretty much do whatever we want. So I filmed some of the roller coasters. Unfortunately, as I've said before in previous shows, you're not allowed to film on any roller coaster at Kings Island. A lot of the rides you're not even allowed to film on. But it's nice because they let you know. There's a little camera thing with a Ghostbuster no camera sign on there. So you know right away if you're allowed to film on it or not. And Kings Island's been very good to me. I will talk about something really awesome that happened yesterday. I ran into 4 different people that knew me from the channel. I had a group of guys that came up to me and they were real excited to meet me and everything. And if you guys are watching, I really appreciate it. I always appreciate the fans, and I'll always take time to stop and say hello. If I'm filming or something, don't worry. Just come up and tap me on the shoulder, or just, you can yell. I'm getting pretty decent at this editing thing, so I can always edit stuff out. But it was really nice to meet everybody. I met a couple YouTubers last night too at Kings Island that knew me, and that was really awesome. If they join tonight, I'll send a link to their channels. One guy, that's all he does is travel around the country, and he films different roller coasters and stuff. And he knows about the rules at Kings Island, and Kings Island is nice enough to supply us with POVs, like point of views of the roller coaster. So I could, if I wanted to, I could add a coaster look into the video and kind of talk in the background, but had the family with me yesterday, so I just wanted to do that. Hey, Barry. How are you, buddy? Good to see you, man. Kimberly says, yay, tomorrow is my birthday, and we will be headed to Smoky Mountains. Yeah, I heard. Remember you saying that. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Well, you guys will have a blast. And yeah, don't worry, don't worry about the crowds. Yeah, it's probably going to be busy, but, who cares? You'll have a blast, especially since it's your birthday. That's awesome. Are you going anywhere in particular tomorrow down there? Like the island? Or are you going straight to Gatlinburg? Or everything's great, Barry. Everything's good. Just got done filming a bunch of cicadas. They are all over our balcony. It is absolutely covered. And I already have the Kings Island video coming out tomorrow. I'll have to have time to edit it all and all that stuff, but that'll be coming out Sunday. And it's pretty cool looking. I know I said, it doesn't get annoying, but it's starting to. They're getting louder and louder. Like even right now, I don't know if you can hear them through my microphone or not, but even with the windows shut, it is very loud. Kimberly says, we are spending the week. That is awesome. Yeah, so you guys got plenty of time. Where are you guys staying at down there? Are you staying at a hotel? Are you staying at a cabin? Are you camping? Ooh, okay, the pirate show. We've always wanted to do the pirate show, just never got around to it. I don't know if you've watched if you haven't watched our video of the aquarium, don't watch it until after you do the aquarium. I want you to be surprised. We just did a video of the aquarium down there. It is fantastic. Staying in our RV. Oh, okay. For the first time for more than one night. Awesome. That's great. So wherever you go, there you are. Home is where you take it. The aquarium is amazing. If I could give you any advice, and I don't know if you already know this, but Ripley's, who owns the aquarium, they also own multiple. Jess, help me out with this. There's a ticket package that you can get where you can get it's $60 a person, but you get one of the few mini golfs that Ripley's owns. You can go to Ripley's, believe it or not. It includes the aquarium, and it's only $60 for the ticket. You get three different places you can go for $60. Okay, you got it. Yeah, you have to, because the aquarium's $45 alone. It was a no-brainer for us. Oh, awesome. You are very welcome. That, and I love hearing that, because that is the one thing that anything that me and Jess do, anything we film on any of our vacations or anything, we always try to, whatever deals that we get or whatever we hear, we always try to bring them across to you guys so that you save money, so you get the most out of your money. Especially like when we go down to Disney World. And if any of you guys ever go down to Disney World, just ask me. Jess is on here too. She knows everything about Disney World. She's moderating in the background. She's actually doing some stuff right now. I might get her on one of these live shows here one time. But yeah, especially Gatlinburg. I'm always checking out the discounts everywhere. Oh, and make sure, even if you don't need it, and I don't know if you've already set it up, but in any of the hotels, at least I know down in Pigeon Forge, if you stop, an easy one, if you're going to the Pirates, the Quality Inn right across the street, there's a breezeway right before you get to the main lobby where they have all kinds of coupon books. Now, I know the Pirates is, it's not cheap. And I think it's only $1 or $2 that you save, but there is a coupon book in there where you can save $1 for everybody in your family. Kimberly loves you, Jess. She might be busy at the moment. Excuse me. You should be fine. We were there, I think it was right at the end of April. Yeah, the winds were really crazy. They even told us that was the windiest it's ever been there. There was a lady who had been working up there for a year, and she said that's the windiest it's ever been. So probably won't have to worry about too much. Knock on wood for you. It's a beautiful place. We're going back as soon as we get a chance. Do everything up there. Go up there early. You could spend the whole day up there. I mean, they got the observation towers. They got the treetop bridges where you can walk across from tree to tree. It's incredible. We weren't able to do that, but we're definitely doing it next time. And if you like thrills, they have a zip line. They also have the rail runner, mountain coaster. Kim says, that was funny. I laughed so hard when Jess said, we live here now. I know. We're part of the mountain. We live here now. She is pretty funny. That's great having everybody on tonight. Really didn't have any plans for tonight other than, anything you guys want to talk about. We'll just sit back and chat, have a good Friday night. Sometimes I just like to do it that way. So whatever you guys want to talk about, I always put some kind of topics. I always seemingly put like vacations because that's what we all love, especially this time of year. Theme parks, because we go to Kings Island pretty much every weekend. And I put music in there. I thought last week's conversation on all the music and stuff, I thought that was really fun, Barry. We should maybe here in a little while when some more people get on, we'll do some more music stuff. Favorite bands, favorite guitarists, those kind of things. I enjoy that stuff. Not going to do trivia tonight. I need to get some new... I've been trying to look online for some good trivia questions. A lot of the Trivial Pursuits we got, I try to get a good mix of stuff. We have Disney Trivial Pursuit, and then we have another like a movies Trivial Pursuit. But man, a lot of the questions are ridiculously hard. Me, Kath, I don't know. If I had to say my favorite ride of all time at Kings Island is probably the Beast. The Beast is the longest wooden roller coaster in the world. It used to be the tallest and the fastest, but I guess that got beat out. But it's still the longest coaster in the world. And hopefully they keep it up because lumber is getting more and more expensive. And it's a long road. It's been really hard for them to keep up on that. It's costing them a fortune. Luckily, they keep it up. But, if you have back problems, I do not recommend the Beast. I did say in our last Kings Island video, I was like, the Beast is really awesome. I remember the last time that I rode it, it really hurt my back. So I rode it again, and it fixed my back. So I never rode it again. It's like, well, did what it needed to do. I really liked the Vortex, but they took the Vortex away. So, yeah, that was another one. The company had gone out of business, so they couldn't get the repair parts for the roller coaster. So they had to tear it down. It was like if a wheel broke or something, they wouldn't be able to replace the wheels. So that wouldn't be good. It was really nice yesterday, though. My nephew and my niece rode roller coasters for the first time. I couldn't believe my niece had never been on one. She loved it. We rode, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Kings Island, but they have one called the Bat, which is an inverted roller coaster. You hang below the roller coaster. I was surprised that it moved really fast. It seemed a lot faster than it ever has. Mary says, does the beast make your teeth hurt from clenching them and give you a temple pounding headache? I have gotten a headache after the beast. I used to take 2 ibuprofen with me to Kings Island. I would wrap them up in a little bag or something and put it in my pocket. And right before I got on the beast, I would take that ibuprofen. It seemed to work. A lot of the rides... No, because you should be screaming. You know, the beast is... It's one that's kind of hard to describe. You could go on YouTube, go to search the Beast POV, point of view, and you can watch it on Kings Island's website or YouTube or something. It beats you to death. I mean, it's a roller coaster that I'm sure has broken bones. And I don't know, like it's hard to ride if you're older or if you have any kind of back problems. Cass says I would be passed out. Yeah. I mean, you literally, when you go to the top of the first hill of the beast, you pretty much go straight down and you go underground into a tunnel where you can't see nothing. And you hit that bottom, and I swear it wakes you up. You're like, oh man, bam. And then you just take off. And, it's an older coaster, too. I think it came out in 1975, 75, 76, somewhere around there. It's Jessica's favorite ride. Mine, too. I just can't ride it anymore. I will ride anything else, though. Kings Island does have the newest, I don't know if it's the longest or it's one of the fastest. It's called Orion. It's the new Giga Coaster at Kings Island. That thing is ridiculous. You go 300 feet in the air, and there's a replica Eiffel Tower at Kings Island, which is a third of the size of the one in Paris. But you can pretty much see eye to eye from the Eiffel Tower to the people in Orion. It is pretty high up there. It's hard to concentrate with all these cicadas out here. There's like... I can't turn the camera right now, but there's like 10 of them on the window here. We got a tree out here, and there's just thousands all over the place. I'll show you. You'll see the video Sunday. It's insane. They're just everywhere. Barry says the Georgia cyclone used to hurt you when you hit the bottom of the hill. Man, it hurt. RMC did their magic, and it's now Twisted Cyclone with metal track. Yes. And a lot of wooden roller coasters are starting to do that these days. They did that with the one at Cedar Point. I think it used to be called Mean Streak or something. And they converted it into that hybrid coaster where it's like 2 metal rails. They still have all the wood framing, but now it's just a metal coaster, and it does like all kinds of flips and all that stuff. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I haven't ridden it, but I have friends. The guy who I met yesterday, the other YouTuber at Kings Island, they've been on it. And, yeah, they said it's insane. I don't know if I could ride something. Steel Vengeance, that's it. Yeah. That's pretty crazy ride. The way they do these coasters now, like there's 2 rails that come out, but the wheels are like on the sides. So you can turn upside down without turning you know what I mean? Like it kind of just spins and the coaster goes with it. Like the train goes with it. I've heard it's really smooth, but pretty insane. I've heard that too, Barry. I don't know. I need to get up to Cedar Point. I love roller coasters. Don't get me wrong, but some of them, I don't know. It looks like that one's pretty smooth, but you never really know until you ride it. it was really nice going up to Kings Island. You know, it's always better going to these theme parks with your family. My nieces and nephews, they had a blast. Just seeing their faces, enjoying the rides, and their first time on roller coasters. I mean, that was absolutely fantastic. It was great that they were able to do that. I was surprised. My nephew, he's like 5 years old, and he rode the Beastie, which is the kiddie version of the Beast. Let me tell you, yeah, okay, it's not big like the Beast, but it's still a pretty big roller coaster for a little kid. It was fun. Hey, Patrick. Oh, okay, yeah, the pic I sent you on Facebook reminded me a lot of you, buddy. It's like a splitting image. Barry says lightning rod is an RMC coaster. It is smooth, fast, and intense from start to finish. If it's running, yeah, I've heard that, Barry. That's the one at Dollywood. Yeah, I've heard it breaks down a lot. I don't know. Me and Jess have always been reluctant to go to Dollywood. Well, the time we were going to go this last time, it was raining, so we were happy that we didn't spend the tickets. We are going to have to get to Dollywood here, though, soon. You could have gone, Jess. You could have gone. I did get Jess a surprise, which I did not put in the video. I should have. I got her a couple squishmallows from Kings Island. Drew says, "What are you doing?" I'm sitting here talking to you, buddy. What are you doing? Barry says, same with the Dragonfly at Dollywood. It's a kid's coaster, but man, is it intense. I've heard a lot of them at Dollywood are intense. I guess it depends on, some people, it's got to be the flip, flop, twist, turns upside down the whole time to get them going. For me, yeah, it doesn't need to do all that. But yeah, a lot of them at Kings Island are intense too. Nah, I need that PTO for Disney. Yeah. Dollywood was flooded when we went. It was great. No crowds at all. And we actually got to try the cinnamon rolls. Yeah, that was the one big reason we wanted to go was to try them daggone cinnamon rolls. And we found out later from some friends of ours down there that you could actually just go to the resort, one of the Dollywood resorts, and they have the same cinnamon rolls. So you don't actually need to go into the park, which we're definitely getting them next time. Drew says, getting a Barbie Icy. Barbie Icy? What's that? Barbie Icy? Never heard of that before. Is it a drink? An ice cream? I saw you said you were packing, Drew. Jeff. Hey, buddy. And Tootsie. Can't forget her. Hey, buddy. Me and Tootsie are in Boone. Awesome. Hope y'all are doing good. We're doing great, man. Yeah, thanks for joining. Hope you're having a good time. Just wanted to pop in and say hello. Hello, sir. What are you guys doing right now? I guess you're camping down there, aren't you? Cotton candy flavored icy. Oh, well, that sounds pretty good. Heck yeah. I love me some cotton candy and ices. Kathy says, I wish I had known about the cinnamon rolls when we went to Dollywood a few years ago. Yeah, I know. Apparently, they're the thing. They're delicious. We watched, I don't know, however many of you, I don't know who watches Tim Tracker. He's a big Disney guy, big Disney vlogger. They went there and we saw them eat those cinnamon rolls, and they looked like they were pretty happy. Heck yeah, man. Pretty warm down here. Man, it got hot here today. It's like 85. Fishing with Drew. I got hacked. How'd you get hacked, buddy? Hacked on YouTube or Facebook? Your YouTube channel? I can tell you real quick how to end that. I'll see your response first. What, is somebody on here using your account? Because I can delete this very quickly. It doesn't matter. Like, as far as mine goes, I don't know. I did last night. Well, that stinks, man. How did it happen? Like, I guess you were able to get it back, right? You need to go, and a lot of people don't know this. You need to go into YouTube, your YouTube studio, right? And yeah. First of all, you need to send YouTube an email right away. That should be your next thing. You need to send them an email saying what happened and all that stuff. Don't trust the computers. And then you need to do a 3-step entry on your YouTube. I have 3 things that are on there. I won't say what they are, but you can set it up any way you want. And it makes it virtually impossible. So just go into YouTube Studio, go into the 3-step process of your password and a 3-step process to keep your channel secure. And YouTube will notify me if anything ever happens. That stinks, man. I hate hearing that. Jeff says, last weekend weather was awful, so I decided to come this weekend again. Oh, yeah, it was terrible last weekend. It was freezing. Drew says, yes, I got it back. Awesome. A lot of people don't. You were lucky. I have a friend, his account got hacked, and that's actually how I figured out what I needed to do to secure that. If you really want to secure your account, now one thing I will say, so I don't recommend doing this unless you've got like thousands of subscribers, but you can get it's kind of like a flash drive. It looks like a flash drive, and you actually need it to plug into your computer, and it also has a thumbprint, and that would be the only way that you would be able to get into your account. So I forget what they're called. It's like a login key or something, but they're like $20, $15-$20. I think you can order it on Amazon. I know YouTube, I think YouTube actually sells them through something, but it's a little more money. It's the same thing. How'd you get it back, Drew? Hey, Logan. How are you? Hope you're having a great week. Man, I'm glad it's Friday. Boy, it has been a long week. Very long. I didn't think it was ever going to end. How were you able to get your account back, Drew? I'm curious, because I've never heard of anybody ever being able to get theirs back. And once it's fried, it's fried. It's not like Facebook. And I would be careful, too, that whoever did that is off your channel. These guys today, I'll tell you what, they can do just about anything. Been doing any fishing there, Drew? Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. Yeah, later on, like, send me a private message. Let me know how you got it back on. Hey, Shar. How you doing? So does anybody have anything exciting going on this weekend besides Jeff? Jeff's having a nice camping week. I went camping last week with a buddy. Yeah, it was freezing. It was cold. I don't know where that came from. It got down to like 39 degrees at night. Yeah, Drew, that stinks. I don't know. Did you lose all your subscribers? Probably lost all your watch time too. All right, Jeff. Have a good time, man. Have a good time camping. Should be a great weekend for it. Oh, man. Them cicadas are pretty ridiculous out there right now. Absolutely everywhere. You're welcome, buddy. So, we got a big fun party going on tomorrow. We're going to be going back to Scallywags. We did a video at Scallywags. It's called Glow in the Dark Mini Golf. We're going back there tomorrow for the original birthday that we were supposed to do during that video. My niece, she had something going on, so we weren't able to do it. Doing it tomorrow. Hoping we're going to play some laser tag. I'm really feeling the laser tag. Don't know if I'm going to film that or anything. I don't know. We'll see. It seems like most people are hanging out this weekend. One nice thing, our pool is open, so we are definitely going to be doing some swimming. I'd like to do some fishing. Drew here I've been watching his channel here. He's been catching all these cool little fish and got me in the mood for it. Jess made some amazing chicken earlier. Man, was that delicious. She does this thing where she takes chicken tenderloins and she uses that brown sugar, barbecue sauce, fries them up. Man, it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Well, that's good, buddy. Glad you're able to work it out. So, yeah, kind of went into tonight. Just, anything you guys want to talk about? I really got nothing. It's been such a busy week for me. I've been doing so much stuff. Haven't been able. It's been raining like every day, so I haven't been able to do a lot of the films that I wanted to. Wanted to go out. I was going to go down the trail and do a big cicada video, but didn't have to. They're all out here, so I was able to just go outside and move around. Hey, Michelle. How are you? Michelle's Tasty Dishes. She's got an awesome YouTube channel. Check her out. That chicken tenderloin. Boy, it's a chicken tenderloin day. I rolled them in Parmesan and breadcrumbs. Ooh, man, that sounds good. Barry says, did you see where Dollywood is about to build that $600 million? Yeah, I seen your message, man. I checked it out. That's crazy. That's awesome, though. It's probably going to cost a fortune for a couple of years to stay there, but that should be pretty cool. I just want to go to Dollywood. I've never been to Dollywood, so it's on my list. It is definitely on my list for the next time we go down there. No doubt. Have y'all ever gone tubing in the Smokies? No, I haven't. Nope. River Rat seems to be pretty popular down there, though. A friend of mine just did a video down there on the River Rat. Is that the one you guys are doing in Gatlinburg? That would be fun. We were supposed to go tubing last weekend on the Whitewater River in Indiana, and it was nasty. It was 40 degrees. I couldn't believe the one day that we were going to go out and do this, and it's 40 degrees. Like, ridiculous. Now it's 85. Sounds like fun, though. Barry says no, but I would love to. Yeah, man. I'm sure I'm sure any of those resort hotels anywhere near Dollywood are pretty awesome. Drew is going fireworks shopping. That sounds like a plan, buddy. Heck yeah. Jess did whitewater rafting down there, yeah. Oh, you guys should. So are you doing either one, rafting or tubing? I mean, tubing is just you don't have to think too hard. You just kind of float down the river. Oh, I'd do that in a heartbeat. Heck yeah. The popular one down there where they have multiple drop-ins and outs. I think it's only like a mile and a half, couple miles long. River Rat is the one I know of. I don't think it's that expensive either. I think it's pretty cheap. I don't know if they're on here right now, but Vacation Station TV and Children's Adventures just did a couple videos down River Rat. Drew says, sounds yummy. Oh, boy, it was, buddy. Brady says, how rough was the whitewater rafting, Jess? Kim says, I wanted to do whitewater rafting so bad this year, but my husband's hip has been bugging him. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do the rafting if you got an injury. Tubing's really easy, though. You just ride the current, and it's not too bad down there. Like, there's no heavy rapids or anything. Drew says, how long does it take to get some watch time back? I have no idea, man. I don't know. You might... my advice, any of these questions that you have, like how do you get your watch time back and all that stuff, just search that on YouTube and you'll find multiple different people that know what they're talking about. That might be lost, man. I really don't know. But you definitely need to email YouTube. I've already got one lined up here, like just in case. Kim says figured tubing would be easier. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Jess says it wasn't terrible. We had a guide and he was doing all these cool things with us. It was awesome. I'd love to go rafting down there. That would be incredible. Now, we've taken rafts out on the Whitewater River in Indiana, and it's not intense, though. There's no class 5s or anything like that. It's easy rapids. You pretty much don't even have to do anything. You just float. Barry says there's one in Tennessee called the Whitewater Rafting. It is rough from what I have been told. Yeah, I don't know. I know the only one that, and I've never really been down a crazy river. I have a buddy and his son that go whitewater rafting every year at the New River, the New River in Virginia. And I've seen videos on them, and that river is nuts. Like, and they use kayaks. Not me. Drew says, I went snow tubing in Gatlinburg. It was fun. Oh, that's awesome. Did you go at the one in, there's one in Gatlinburg? Is that like the one in Pigeon Forge where it's in the building and they just make their own snow? Or was it snowing there and you went tubing on real snow? Just says, I want to say they were like level 3, maybe. I don't know. Mom, do you remember? Do you remember what level they were, Shar? Yeah, I've never been on any heavy class rapids. Yeah, it was level 3. along certain. I mean, that's still pretty good. Level 3. I mean, I do know the levels. It takes a lot to get to level 5. It really does. Pretty much, I might not want to do this at level 5. Kimberly says, I have to hop off. It was so nice chatting. Dinner is ready. Have a wonderful week, y'all, and I'll let you know how our trip was. Man, that's awesome. Yeah, happy birthday. Have a happy birthday. Enjoy your trip down there. You're going to have a blast. Man, I wish, as far as restaurants go, just have fun with it. Don't eat at Timberwood. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they've gotten some employees since then. A lot of people since I did that video have said, well, I went to Timberwood and it was really good. We might have just had a bad, they've been hurting for employees and stuff like that down there. We might have just had a bad experience there, and that's very possible. But have a happy birthday, Kimberly. Have a good time. Drew says, I got hacked when I was on Children Adventures live stream. It made me mad. I wanted to. I don't know. Probably not their fault. Shar says, parts a lot of easy flowing. Yeah. Jess says, have a great time, Kim, and happy birthday. Barry says, an aggressive, lazy river is my speed. Yeah, I hear you, man. Me too. Drew says, I will, buddy. Mine too, Barry. Nancy B, hello. Thank you for joining. No Timberwood, we're going to Old Mill. There you go. Go to Old Mill. Oh, and another good one if you're still on. The 5 Oaks Farm Kitchen. Is that right for once? 5 Oaks Farm Kitchen. It's absolutely fantastic. Go over there for breakfast. You will not be disappointed. Very good price. If you get a chance, 5 Oaks Farm Kitchen. It's amazing. Old Mill's amazing too. I mean, that's just as amazing. Just says, hi, Nancy. Thanks. See y'all in a week. All right, Kim. Happy birthday. Have fun. Drew says, yes. Michelle, local goat and 5 Oaks are the best. Yeah, we were going to eat a local goat. And that was our last night. We were sitting across the street from local goat, and we were looking at the menu on our phones. And we both just kind of looked at each other, and I was like, you know what? Let's just go to Texas Roadhouse. We know that's going to be good. We weren't sure about local goat. Of course, as we came back the night after and we had the live stream, everybody was like, oh, you should have ate a local goat. We will next time. But yeah, I've heard it's really good. Drew says it's where they make their own snow. Oh, okay. The Gatlinburg snow thing. Yeah, I didn't know they had one in Gatlinburg. I know they got one in Pigeon Forge. I really don't know, Drew. Just send them an email and be nice. They've always responded to me. Go to your YouTube studio page. In the far left corner, you have to use it on desktop. You can't do it on your phone. Go to the far left corner, go down to contact YouTube, send them an email, see what they can do. I don't know, man. That stinks. Aren't you funny, Barry? Oh, you know what's funny? And I don't know if I had talked about this before, but when we had gone down there, we saw that Joe's Crab Shack was packed and Red Lobster was empty, and Jess said, well, maybe they're not open yet. I said, maybe the restaurant's closed after that great review I gave them. Oh, man. If any of you guys are interested in what he's talking about there, we, on our, not this past trip, but on our last trip to the Smoky Mountains, we ate at Red Lobster, and it was a terrible experience. Absolutely terrible. They were serving bad food that they should not have been serving. we did a video on it. I think it's in our Great Smoky Mountain playlist. So if you want to check that out, it's the video. I don't know. I'll have to go through and look at it. I'll leave a link in the description of the live chat here after the show. That won't be up until tomorrow though, because all live shows take about 24 hours to process. So if you would like to watch that, I'll leave it in a link in the video description below. So would be hard to make it short-staffed and with terrible quality. Well, the thing that got me, it was like, okay, they made a mistake, right? Because you don't serve shrimp with the mud vein, right? You just don't. Not at Red Lobster. Maybe at the Bayou down in Louisiana somewhere. I don't know, but you don't do that at Red Lobster. I'm sorry. Did Jess get a new Squishmallow? Yes, she did. I should have probably brought him in here. I didn't put him in the Kings Island video. I should have. I kind of just ran in there and grabbed him for her and then ran him back out to the car because I didn't want to carry him around all day at Kings Island. Well, we'll show you them later, Char, unless Jess wants to bring them in here to me. They're pretty cool looking. You don't like mudvayne? Sure. I don't like eating poop. Shrimp or anybody's. But what I was getting at though is that it wasn't so much, okay, so you made a mistake, you brought out a dish of bad food. The manager is what really upset me, because it was like, okay, so you're basically telling me that it's okay to bring this out. Like she thought I was getting rude or something. I wasn't getting rude at all. I said, I told her, I said, she felt very comfortable serving us this food and tried to make it like she was right. Like, oh, well, that's how they bring it to us. I said, well, that ain't how you serve it to people. Char says the big one in the back. Oh, that one? Yeah. I don't know when she got that one. I don't know. She's going a little crazy on the Squishmallows. I'm glad I almost bought her the flying pig one back there to surprise her. I'm glad I didn't. I forgot we even had that one. Drew says my favorite place in Gatlinburg to eat is now the Apple Barn restaurant. I like it better than Old Mill. Yeah, we had a bad experience at Apple Barn. I mean, we have said we're going to go back though. We're going to give that one another chance because apparently we just were there on a bad day. And, I didn't like how our waitress was, serving like 3 tables, and one of the tables had like 10 people. She was serving all of us at the same time. She was bringing out all the soups, all the different stuff and all that. It took forever. And what I really got upset about was that 30 minutes after we ordered, she came to me and said, sir, you're going to have to order something else. We're out of that. Like, I don't know. Like I said, a lot of the stuff going on down there, right as they had lifted their restrictions and the mask, and I don't know what they're doing as far as government funding and all that stuff. A lot of it's every place that we went to had big now hiring signs in their windows. So, they might have just been really short on help. So we're taking that into consideration. Red Lobster, no excuse, but we're definitely giving Apple Barn another shot. And we'll probably go there for breakfast or something. Jess says the one on top there I had a while. It's a cat unicorn and the other is a mermaid unicorn. Okay. Ray says, just kidding. I was messing. I was meaning the band. Oh, okay. Mudvayne. Okay. I was wondering why you spelled it like that. I was like, that looks like the band name. That's funny. You got me too. I will warn you, when I ate at Secura, they had the mung bean in them, but there's a lot more to choose from. Yeah, all Chinese restaurants seem to have them, and yeah, I do. I'll take a fork and I'll dig them out. But, you pay $10 and you get endless food. And, it's like, okay, for that, I'll do a little bit of work, and it ain't going to hurt you, right? I mean, it's cooked, but I mean, just the Red Lobster, though, it's like when you're paying $10 and when you're paying $50, yeah, it's a little bit different. And I don't get endless. And I haven't eaten at Sakura yet, but it looks fantastic. A lot of people have been talking nothing but good stuff about it. Jeff and Marie, they love that place. I mean, where can I can't think of anywhere down in Gatlinburg or anywhere in the Smokies down there where you can get any meal, let alone a giant buffet like that for $10. I mean, that's a deal. Yeah, it is a little further out. It's right at the top of the strip. But, everybody, they kind of get secluded down in there and they don't want to drive anywhere. And I understand that. You want to just leave the car and stuff. But I'm not sure if the trolley doesn't go all the way up there. Well, people can get an Uber or something if you don't want to drive, I guess. Nancy says, Jess, where's the best place around here to get a squishmallow? Nancy, I got most of mine at Kings Island and from eBay. Char says you can hire anybody, but if the food is crap, you're not going to eat there. Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt. Barry says, yeah, the food quality at Sakura is very good. Just wanted to warn you before you go. It says, just exactly. Yeah, no, I believe me. And some places like that, when you have a buffet, okay, there's a buffet right down the street from here. They get terrible reviews. Terrible. I have never seen a good review about this Chinese buffet right down the street from us. I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's $10. I go in there. I eat what I like. Yeah, okay, so the chicken wings are terrible. Don't eat the chicken wings. If you want salmon, it's fantastic. If you want just a lot of different stuff. Their shrimp is really good too, and they don't have the mud veins in them. But a lot of people, I don't know. A lot of people are just real picky, and that's where if I tell you it's bad, it's bad. Like if I tell you a restaurant's bad, it's terrible. Like don't go there. Trust me. Just trust me. And I'm telling you, this buffet right down the street from here, yeah, some of the stuff, like the pizza, I mean, the pizza's not very good, but kids like it. And I know that because my nieces and nephews have gone with me. They love it. There's other stuff too. All the soups are good there. They have different like casseroles and stuff that all of it's really good to me. I can see some of the stuff that people complain about. Yeah, okay, some of it's bad. And yeah, another thing about this place down the street is you want to make sure that you go right at lunchtime or right at dinner because they are slow at replacing the foods and it might just sit there for a while. But it's like $9 or $10. The way I look at it, I'll eat just plates of the stuff that I like and I'm good to go. Spaceman Dudley. What's up, Dudley? Buffets are nasty because people are nasty. Notice people in bathrooms. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah, that is one thing. Yeah. I'll say this. Now, I remember before the pandemic, me and Jess were at Magic Kingdom. Okay. Germ-infested kids everywhere, touching, sneezing, just so shoulder to shoulder, Magic Kingdom. And I'm like, kids are kids. Whatever. It is what it is. I go into the bathroom and I see two guys come out of the stalls. That's this, two guys come out of the stalls. Both of them. Neither one of them washed their hands, and they went out the bath. I almost felt like saying something to them. Two different guys walked out of the stalls and left out of the bathroom. Didn't wash their hands. And I don't know. I just, like, it about made me sick. I'm like, and you're going to go, like, put your hands on the water. People need to try and just be cleaner in general. You know, we wouldn't have all these sicknesses and stuff. Hey, Jason. How are you, buddy? Oh, I hear myself on Jess's phone. We're getting some feedback. Jess says, did they open back up? Thought they closed down there. Yeah, they're doing some kind of rehab in there, some kind of refurbishment right now, Jess. I pulled in the driveway because I wanted to find out if they were open or not. It looks like it's closed, but they're cleaning up in there. The ownership of this place down by where we live, too, they're really nice people. Really good service there. Dan is like Mikey. He will eat anything. Oh, not anything, but pretty close. Mary says another place that is good in Pigeon Forge is Feasters on Teasters. Yes, I've heard that. In my opinion, food was good, and man, you will leave full. It's Native American themed. Their big thing is they have Omaha steaks. That sounds pretty good. You know, until this last trip, Barry, we had never gone down Teaster Lane, and we swore that next time we go down there, we want to stay like a little longer. But we're going to explore. Like, there was a lot of stuff on Teaster Lane. We ate at that Cinnaholic place. Man, you talk about, the cinnamon rolls, giant cinnamon rolls that are all like, I got the s'mores one, and they had like graham cracker and marshmallow and icing and everything. And I forget which one Jess got. I think it was like the Cookie Monster or something. It had cookie dough, and it's right there next to that new ride. Right there next to the snow tubing building there, Drew, in Pigeon Forge. Cinnaholic, man, that place is fantastic. You know, they say it's dessert. It could be dinner. It's huge. I mean, the cinnamon rolls are this big. You get it in a box bigger than both my hands. We ate them like way later. I'll tell you a pizza place down there too, Barry. I don't know if you've eaten there, but it's called J-Dell's. Actually, I think you told me about this. J-Dell's Pizza. We did eat at J-Dell's. It was fantastic. We loved it. And it's right across the street from whatever that new ride is, Monster or something, Monster. Right behind the island over there on Teaster Lane. Nancy says, thanks, Spaceman. Now wherever I go to a buffet, I will think about that. As long as we do our part and wash our hands. So one thing I will say about this place, I can't speak for all buffets, but the one thing I will say is that they have them shields, right? Them sneeze shields pretty far out here. So you got to really reach in there to get your food. So at least they're not breathing down on everything. Spaceman says, where's Jess? Oh, she's here in spirit. Kathy says, yeah, Spaceman, I am now going to use my hand sanitizer when I sit down after I go through a buffet. Dudley says, great idea. Yeah, even though it's pretty much over around here at the mask, I still use hand sanitizer because I just don't trust anybody. Drew says, would you like to do a fishing video one day? I might, buddy. I'm not much of a fisherman. It's fun though. I like fishing. I'm one of them type of people where, I don't want to say I'm impatient, but if I'm sitting there for like an hour and I don't catch anything, I'll move to another spot. And then after about 10 minutes, I'm done. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of on the go type person. Fishing has never been like a relaxing thing for me. And you know what? It hasn't been for my dad either. Like, we used to go fishing and stuff, and I could just feel the tension when he wasn't catching anything. Now, my brother, he loves fishing. I love it too, but I can't just sit in the same spot for hours. Jess is watching Mark Watney colonize Mars. Eating some poop potatoes. That's a good movie. The Martian. If you guys haven't seen The Martian, it is a good movie. I enjoy it. Jess watches it every day. Shar says, Jess, you are going to need to get a new DVD. You are wearing that movie out. Oh, I'm sure she's got it digital too. We do, actually. I think we have it on Amazon. Barry Junction 35 is right beside Cinnahonic. Yeah, I know. We were, and I wanted to go in there, but we were so wiped. I forget what else we did that day, but we were just Mountain Monster. That's it. Very good. We did so much, and it's like I really put a lot on my plate. Like I did like 2 weeks worth of filming down there, and we were only down there for like 5 days. And I don't know how I did. I'm glad I did. I got a lot of good videos, got a lot of good footage and everything. But yeah, definitely putting Junction 35 on the list for next time. I'm definitely not doing that Mountain Monster though. That looks insane. And nobody else was either. I don't know if they really put too much thought into that. And maybe they do a lot of it at night, but we never saw it going at all. We could see that thing from our hotel, and it never went off. And they were open. They were open because when we were down there, there's people like just standing around waiting for somebody to come. We didn't see it go once. Spaceman NTL loves J-Dells. Oh, yeah. I didn't know that, but that's awesome. I'm not surprised. J-Dell's Pizza is incredible. I love NTL vlogs too. They're great people. Yeah, man, J-Dell's Pizza is awesome. It really is. And we were kind of surprised. Not surprised because so many of you guys had talked about it and said stuff about it. But when you walk in there, it's like a little hole in the wall. It's not like this big, national brand pizza, and that's what made it so good. It's like it was really good. We got something else. What did we get from there, Jess? Not just the pizza, but what was it that was so good? We got this side that was incredible, and I can't remember what it was. Dave Furman, hi from the Columbus Zoo. Hey, hope you guys are having fun. Never been to that zoo up there. We're going to have to try that one. Spaceman says, Drew, what's up? Some cool looking fish. Spaceman, Danno need to go to get a stock pond of fish. Yeah. Then it would be fun. When I can just throw a line in there, boom. A friend of mine's father-in-law owns a piece of property out east of here, and that's what they do. They have a little lake, and they just get it stocked with fish. Throw the line in there, boom, caught one. That's the kind of fishing I like, where I can catch like 10 fish in 10 minutes. That should be a goal for everybody. Nancy says, love the fish emojis. I am such a 5-year-old. Those are some cool fish emojis there. Like a pufferfish, angelfish, some kind of bluefish. Jess has some awesome food emojis. Jess says, hi, Dave. Brady says, spend about 30 minutes in Junction 35 and you will have the courage to ride the Mountain Monster and a lot more things. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to check it out, man. It's Barry approved. It's good for me. Breadsticks. No, yeah, it was the mozzarella sticks. You're right. Those were fantastic. That was the star from J-Dell's. The pizza was good. The pizza was good, but those mozzarella sticks, absolutely fantastic. Jess, can you hear me laughing? Haha, I can indeed. What's the furthest you would drive for a filming adventure? That's a good question, Jason. Probably Disneyland. Well, I don't know if we drive. Jess would probably have thrown me out the passenger door, and that'd be all she wrote. Orlando. I'll drive anywhere. I love driving. Yeah, Orlando's about as far as mileage goes. Yeah, I ain't going more than 1,000 miles. I'm not driving to California. That's like 2,600 miles from here. Take like 3 days. No thanks. We do drive down to Florida when we go because we save a fortune and it's really nice. Yeah, right, Nance. You ain't driving to no California. That'd be a long drive. 3 days, 2.5 days, 2 days nonstop. Like if you were switching drivers and all that stuff. Jess says, I love driving. Those are lies. That I love driving or you love driving? I know you love driving. And yeah, I'm not going to lie. I would fly in a heartbeat. Jess isn't a big flying fan. There are reasons. Yes, it is nice to have your car, when you're down there. But yeah, I would fly in a heartbeat. An hour and a half on a plane or 14 hours in a car. You said I love driving. I do love driving. Don't get me wrong. We have fun on our trips. There are fun things like when there's goals, right? When you drive 6 or 7 hours and you're out of the mountains, and then you have the 450 miles straight through Atlanta, Georgia, all that stuff. And then you get into no man's land. And then you're like, then it says, welcome to Florida. I'll never forget the first time me and Jess drove down to Florida. I drove, we made it to the Florida line, and I was talking to a highway patrol cop that was at the welcome station. It's like, I don't know what time it was. Like, I don't remember. It was sometime in the night. Actually, I think it was like 4 a.m. because we had drove through the night. And he was like, oh, where are you going? I was like, Disney World. He's like, oh, you only got 4 more hours. I'm like, crap. Like, I thought we were there. Like, we made it to Florida, and I was like, whoa, we're there. Nope. I had about 3.5 more hours to go. Jason says, drive cross country would be the ultimate adventures with Danno series. Oh, I can make it into something. Well, we're definitely driving down this September to Florida, and I will have a driving video that I'll break down into parts because, yeah, nobody's going to want to watch 14 hours of driving. Maybe if it's like 14-hour, I don't usually do them. I forget what they're called. Like, where you speed it up. You speed up the video 14 hours, condense it down to like 4 minutes. Just what is the name of that place that has all the waterfalls that would be a good place to film? Just says, no, you said you loved it. Okay. I don't know. I'm lost. It says, maybe when I retire and take a couple weeks driving across the U.S. at my leisure. Hey, that'd be awesome. Heck yeah. Drive anywhere. Get you an RV. Take it cross country. Jess says Niagara Falls. We need to go to Niagara Falls, Jess. We always talk about it and never do. Spaceman, Danno, have a good night. Gonna eat, but not at a buffet. Have a good night, Dudley. Thanks for joining, buddy. I hear you. Hopefully you got something good going on. Adventures with Danno doesn't bring things to occupy his car time. Well, I got to make sure you stay awake. No, I do. I've been getting more into Sudoku lately, and I try to read a book. Like I said, hard for me to sit still. Kathy says, I am in, Nancy. Jessica says, Danno, not Danny. I got it. Cass says, haha, spaceman. Yep, no buffets for him. Brady says, sign me up on the airplane list. I hate driving anything more than 6-8 hours. It's tough. If there's anything that I can say about it, is we're used to it. We have driven down to Florida and back. I can't even count how many times we've done it. So, and it is kind of, it's fun. It's fun. Once we hit Florida, the worst part is the way home. It's awesome going down there. The worst is coming home, because you don't want to leave. You just want to stay on vacation forever. But then when you're off vacation and you got that 14-hour drive, that's when it hurts. But usually on the way home, we'll get a hotel. Most of the time when we drive down there, we drive straight through. But usually we'll stop in Tennessee somewhere on the way home because, we're beat to death from Disney and Universal and all that good stuff. A good kind of beat. Shar says, no, not Niagara Falls. It's a park where you went. Cumberland Falls. Nancy says, I knew you would be. Barry says, can you live stream in the car? Time lapse. Thank you. Thank you. I thought, it's a really busy day today. I'm a little tired. This coffee is strong, but not strong enough. You like that, Kath? Kathy got me this Titanic mug from the Titanic exhibit in Gatlinburg. Thank you very much for this. A very awesome gift. And if ever you forget the year the Titanic sank, as you drink your coffee, it shows you at the bottom of the glass. White Star Line, 1912. I don't know if you can see that there. Pretty cool. I'm making the push to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Barry, I can't live stream on the mobile yet, but once I get in the program, the YouTube program, then I can. So I'm really pushing, trying to get to those 1,000 subscribers, because once I do, then I can live stream anywhere I go, and that is the goal. I'm hoping. I'm pretty much reached the watch time that you need to be. That's like half of it, and then I've got almost 500 subscribers, close to it, 470, I think. I need to get to that 1,000, so I'm really, really trying to make the push to 1,000 so that I can take you guys with me on these vacations. I can take you with me to Magic Kingdom, Universal Studios, and all that stuff, and do live streaming on my mobile. I am so excited to do that, but really trying to push the channel out there, get people involved. And the awesome thing is with the watch time, and like I've said before, is that when you do the math, what I love, you guys are awesome. You guys are so awesome because you guys watch our videos, and that's how I know that my channel is working, because you guys are watching the shows, and you're watching the shows pretty much all the way through. And I can't thank you enough for that, because I'm getting all the watch time that I'm going to need for that first part of being part of the program. because I wish they would let you do this stuff like now. I wish they would be like, oh well, you've gone far enough. We'll let you do the mobile live. But no, they make you work for it, man. Next month it'll be 1 year since I started the channel, and really just hoping to get to that point because I really want to do Disney World live. I really want to do Universal Studios live. I guarantee all you guys are going to like it. It's going to be great. Oh, also, while I'm on the subject, if you have, if you're enjoying the channel here and you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe down below and give us a like. Likes really help the algorithm of YouTube push it into new reaches of space. All the likes, comments, they all help with the mathematical algorithm of YouTube to help push the content further out there. It really does. Really helps the channel. Kathy says you guys should go to Niagara Falls. Nancy says, Kathy, I was just going to say that. I'd love to go to Niagara Falls. Jess has been there. Niagara is best from the Canada side. Well, we can't get into Canada right now. Their borders are closed. Great minds think alike. Plus, we have been there. Oh, yeah. Cass says, yes, it is. My passport just expired. Oh, no, I didn't know that. Well, it's probably not hard to renew that. Kathy says, love it, Danno. Thank you. Now, unfortunately, you have to have a visa to go to the Canadian side. I heard that. That's Jack still holding on to the door. Jack. Oh, yeah. I'm not watching Titanic tonight. Sorry, Jess. You can if you want to. 4 hours. Or however long it is. I don't know. You remember Titanic when it first came out? Not at the theater. I think at the theater they had an intermission. But I remember when it came out on VHS, and there were 2 tapes. And each tape was like 2 hours long. And I'm like, ooh. Nowadays, thank God for digital or Blu-ray. Ray says, too bad it doesn't have Rose at the bottom of the cup. Nope. Kathy's haha berry. Kathy is a huge Titanic fan. She does any kind of Titanic exhibits there are anywhere on the planet. She loves the White Star Line. Nancy, I meant passport, not visa. I have been working too much. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Kings Island wiped me out yesterday. I'm like, phew. I got a full 8 hours of sleep last night, and I never sleep 8 hours, and I'm still tired. Like, we walked and walked and walked. I don't know how many miles we walked, but whew, it was a lot. Jason says you need to start an Instagram to start promoting your channel when you're somewhere filming. Just take a photo or 2 on your phone and use hashtags on your picture posts. Yeah, I should, Jason. I never have really looked into, I told myself a while back I was going to start Twitter or Instagram. And for some weird reason, I started Twitter, and that lasted about 3 months, and I trashed it because I hate Twitter. I'll never get on Twitter again. That is, boy, you talk about drama. Like, I can't. I get enough of drama stuff on Facebook. I don't need it on Twitter. I don't care. I was trying to promote my channel on Twitter, and that wasn't working. So I was like, okay, forget it. I'll just stick with YouTube. I'm probably going to check out Instagram, though. That's probably a good idea. I've had some other friends tell me that I should do that. I did not really want to get involved in another social media platform, but I don't know. Seems cool. Do you have an Instagram? I'm not really even sure how it all works. I mean, I see people on it, but it won't let you do everything unless you have it installed. And I'll install it, see. I'll check it out. I don't really know much about it. Nancy says, Barry, too bad it doesn't have that sapphire at the bottom of the cup. Yeah, We'd all be going to Disney World tomorrow. Barry says, hey, Danno, have you ever tried McCafe coffee? I have. I like it. But man, it's been really expensive around here. Well, not at McDonald's. It's probably just regular price, but I usually get the K-Cups, the carrot cups. And man, they're like $9 for like 10 of them of the McCafe. And they've had Starbucks on sale for $5.99. And it's like, I like Starbucks. I mean, I like the McCafe too, but I usually get whichever one's cheaper. The Donut Shop coffee brand, they've been on sale lately, so I've been buying that too. And you get 12 instead of 10. I do like McCafe though. Barry says, yes, Nancy B, even better. After I watched Titanic, I was thinking, how many Oscars is this thing going to rack up? Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, there's a lot of famous actors in that. DiCaprio, I forget the girl's name. The guy from Back to the Future, the bad guy. Not Biff, but his buddy. Billy Zane. The captain, I believe, is actually Thorin, Barry, the captain of the Titanic in the movies. Is it Thorin? He's in the Two Towers of Lord of the Rings. Hold on, I got people texting me here. Alrighty. Yeah, Bill Paxton's in it. Kate Winslet, that's her. Nancy says, yes, if anybody wants to know anything about Titanic, Kathy is your go-to, no doubt. I'm drinking my coffee out of my Titanic mug. I got it in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Oh, that's awesome. What's that movie you were talking about, Kath? The Titanic movie you were telling us about we should watch? Because I'm going to look that up. I want to watch that one. Thanks, Nancy. Well, if I don't know, I can find out. Kathy says, you got that fast, Barry. Are you talking about Christopher Lee? No. He's the ruler of the Rohirrim. The Rohirrim, Rohan, the king of Rohan. He's the captain in Titanic. I forget his name in the movie. I thought it was Thorin or Thrain. No. Thorin. Yeah. I get them confused. A lot of the names that they picked for these, they all sound the same. Like, especially when you start mixing from the movies of The Hobbit with Lord of the Rings. Like, there's Thorin, there's Thrain, there's Thra something. There's a lot of throws. Dave Furman says, what have I missed? Not much, man. We're talking about Titanic. Titanic movies, Titanic souvenirs, Titanic everything. The sapphire that is lost at the bottom of the sea that we were hoping that was found in this Titanic cup so that I could take everybody here to Disney World. A Night to Remember. Yeah. That's the one we need to watch, Jess. A Night to Remember. Remember that. Nancy is also drinking coffee out of her Titanic mug. All right. Chris Lee wasn't in Titanic, if that's who you were talking about. No, not Chris Lee. You know who I'm talking about, right? Like in the Two Towers, when actually Christopher Lee, the guy who plays Saruman, when he's controlling the king of Rohan, he's controlling his mind. That guy, the king of Rohan, he's the captain of the Titanic in the movie Titanic. I don't know that guy's name, though. The king of Rohan, whatever his name is, Thorin or something. From Lord of the Rings. Hey, Josh. How are you, buddy? No, it's okay, man. You know, that's why we've been staying on later. I know a lot of people can't get on until 8:30, so we've been staying on a little later just to make sure that everybody can get on and join part of our Titanic chat. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Wait, what? That's Thorin. Man, I don't, which one? Okay. Yes, Danno, I think you're right. It is him. Yeah, no, I remember a while back when I watched it. I knew that was him. I just can't think of his name in the movie. I could look it up real quick. We can solve this problem very shortly. Let's see here. King of Rohan actor. His name is Bernard Hill. Let's see here. Bernard Hill plays in the Titanic, Lord of the Rings, and the Two Towers. He also plays in Return of the King. He actually dies at the end of Return of the King on the last, because they finally decide to go help Gondor, and he leads on. When what's his name comes in there, the actual king of Gondor, and he's like, Gondor calls for aid, and Rohan will answer. That's the captain of the Titanic. Bernard Hill, that's his name. Jess says, wait, what? That's okay. Kathy says, Barry, I was thinking you were a Rose buff. Rose. He's still alive. Anybody ever see that video on YouTube? It was going around for a long time, and it was like Titanic 2, Jack survives. just look that up on YouTube. Go into search. It's called Titanic 2, Jack survives. It is hilarious. It's just this little parody that somebody did on YouTube. Nancy says, hold on, everybody. Spaceman made me hungry. I had to run to the fridge. I know, yeah. I need a little mini fridge in here. Jess, bring me some cookies. Some milk. A Reese cup. Jess says, like from Hobbit, I'm confused. No. Just, we're done. It's over. Dave says, cool, the unsinkable ship. All right. That's the one. Josh says, you ever seen the funny video of the guy playing the Titanic theme song on the recorder? It's epic. No, I haven't. Oh, unless it's the same video. It might be the same video. That kind of sounds familiar. Oh, no, I'll look it up when we're done with the stream here. It sounds funny. Barry says, unofficial Rose buff. LOL, Josh. Or Jess says, Josh sounds hilarious. Kathy says, haha, Barry. Dave says, we'll break it over back on the move of the zoo. We'll break it over back on the move at the zoo. Jess and Danno, you need to come up here. Okay. Yeah, we do. I love zoos. If you guys couldn't tell, I've got several videos at the Cincinnati Zoo. I'd like to visit another one. There's a couple of them I want to go to. The Indianapolis Zoo is supposed to be really good too. I met somebody that knew me at the Cincinnati Zoo the last time I was there, and he was like, man, you got to go to the Indiana Zoo. Like, this one's cool, but this one's cool too. He was very hyper. Real nice guy. He was real, man, he had a really expensive camera. I think it was a Canon, I think he had. I don't know. He's taking some pretty amazing pictures. I have a good friend who is a photographer, and he used to work at the zoo. And I'll tell you what, some of the best pictures I've ever seen. I'd love to put them in my videos, but he doesn't have any that are like landscape cropped. He says he can fix them. So he might be working on those, but I'd love to put some of those pictures that he has in one of my videos. That'd be awesome. Barry says, Theoden. That's it. You're right. Thank you, sir. Theoden. Thorin is from, that's why Jess was confused, because Thorin is her favorite hobbit, I guess. Not hobbit, the dwarf. Theoden, yeah. See what I mean, though? Theoden, Thorin, Thrain. I mean, it's like, come on. It's hard to remember, especially when there's 6 different movies that are 3 hours apiece. Barry says, and yes, you're right, Danno. Oh, man, it's nice to be right about something. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. The last time me and Jess watched Titanic, I noticed that. I was like, that's Theoden. I still didn't know the name. I was like, that's the guy from Lord of the Rings. Just says, yeah, we need to, Dave. Hopefully one day. Yeah, I'd like to go up there. We love Columbus. Me and Jess went up and saw the Blue Jackets one time. I'd love to go to another hockey game up there. That was awesome. Boy, I'll tell you what, they love their hockey in Columbus, too. It's like an entire complex of shops and everything else just leading up to the stadium. It's like that everywhere in Columbus. It's like that for the Buckeyes Stadium, too. It's like everything around there is like just all kinds of awesome shops and food. Columbus is great. Barry says, oh, crap, haven't watched Return of the King. You haven't watched Return of the King? What? You lie. No point in watching now, I guess. Yeah. Shoot, that's my favorite one. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I kind of go back and forth with them. Like Fellowship of the Ring is probably my favorite out of all of them. Like if I just had to sit down right now, watch one I know I love, Fellowship of the Ring, because it's like, it's like one of them things. Like if you watch Star Wars, you can't just watch Return of the Jedi. You got to watch Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. I feel the same way with Lord of the Rings. I got to watch Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers. And if I had to, I could skip Two Towers. I love Two Towers. I don't know. It's like, you got to watch 1, 2, 3. You can't skip one. If I had to skip one, I would skip Two Towers probably. Because I love Return of the King. Probably because I read the book before I saw the movie. And usually when I read the book before I see the movie, I don't know. It's hard to like the movie better than the book. Like Revenge of the Sith. Man, you talk about night and day. Oh, and I'm not going to talk about this for hours, I promise. But if you ever get a chance, if you are a Star Wars fan, and Dave, I know you are, Barry, I know you are. And Dave, if I see you, I'll let you borrow the book. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. It's written by Matt Stover, who actually wrote the original Star Wars novel. The original. Given permission by George Lucas, and he wrote Revenge of the Sith. And it is just so different than the movie. It is so much better. There's actually way better reasoning for why Anakin becomes Darth Vader. Like it's not just boom, okay, let's go kill some Jedi kids. Like that's how the movie went. That is not how it is in the book. That really upset me. And made me realize George Lucas was going crazy. And I was glad. At first I was glad when he sold it to Disney, and then Disney just, I don't know, like they had something good going at first, and then Disney just kind of lost their way with it. I do like Galaxy's Edge though. Disney can build a park. I will say that. Just says Indianapolis Zoo has dolphins. Well, that is cool. Didn't Cincinnati Zoo used to have dolphins years ago? Just says, haha. I was like, Thorin was not the captain of the Titanic. Theoden. Thorin, Thrain, Theoden. I'm done with it. If you haven't watched the extended version of all 3 Lord of the Rings, you're really missing out. Fills in a lot of the holes. I have watched them, buddy. I have. Yeah. The whole thing with well, here's another one. Jeez. What's the king of Gondor's name? The real, Return of the King, the actual real king. Anyway, how he's actually part elf. Yeah, you wouldn't know that unless you saw the extended version. I've read the book. I read Return of the King, and it's pretty much, I will say, the extended version of Return of the King is pretty much the book, word for word. Like, that's pretty much like Peter Jackson. I think that's pretty much what he did. Like, he just did the whole book, like basically did it all. And I guess they had to cut it down to like 2 hours. Nancy says extended versions. Wow, the regular ones are like 12 hours. Yeah, I mean, there's probably, I know Return of the King, the extended version was probably like 4.5 hours. It's really worth it, though. You're right, Barry. It really does fill in a lot of holes. Because, yeah, Aragorn. Thank you. Aragorn. I don't know why I can always remember the other ones, like Legolas, Gimli, Gandalf's easy, obviously. Jess is more of a Hobbit fan because she likes Bilbo Baggins. Bilbo. I like that actor. The actor who played Bilbo in the Hobbit movies. He's pretty good. Nancy says, okay, I'll borrow it from Danno. Oh, I don't have the extended version. I just have the regular versions. I borrowed it from a friend years ago. I used to live with a friend of mine, and he had them all. And I remember we watched it on his big screen TV, The Return of the King. I think I saw Two Towers too. Two Towers didn't really have too much on the extended version. And I think Fellowship of the Ring was ridiculous. That was like 5 hours. Kathy said, Reds lead Cards 3-0 in the second inning. Hoo-day, Redlegs. Hoo-day, Redlegs. Cincinnati Reds need to beat them Cardinals. He is good on the Sherlock series with Cumberbatch. That's actually, yeah, that's where I was thinking. That's what I was thinking of, Barry. He is really good on that. As Watson. And Cumberbatch is good in whatever he plays in. I'm not going to lie, okay? I think if anybody's going to play Doctor Strange, I think he did a great job. I am just not a Doctor Strange fan. I'm a little worried about the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't really like the direction they're going. I don't know what they're going to do with Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I think that is just, I don't know. I kind of think it's a disaster waiting to happen. I feel like ever since that awesome Spider-Man animated Spider-Verse came out, the animated Spider-Verse movie, which was really awesome. I think I saw it in the theater, and then I watched it with my nephew a couple times, and that's great. But ever since they came out with that Spider-Verse, they have been doing this in just about everything. Like, I know DC's starting this like Batman verse or something, or Flash universe. And then now it looks like Disney's kind of going that way too. And it's like, man, it's cool to have like a one-time cartoon. I hope Disney isn't planning on just blowing up different universes. Like, I know it kind of looked like they were going to do that with Spider-Man because they hired on Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. the other different Spider-Man characters. And man, I don't know. Like, I just hope that doesn't go on for years. Hopefully that's like a one movie done. Like, they shouldn't have killed off their characters like Captain America and Iron Man. He was like, my contract's up. Okay, I'm more from Danno, Kathy, Resley. Whoop. You didn't like him as Khan? Yeah, this may be where we differ, Barry. I thought he was incredible. I loved him as Khan. Now, obviously, he's not Madhaban, or however you say his name. Two different. If you look at it in a different way, I liked, he was believable. He was believable as he is like a genetically enhanced human being. Benedict Cumberbatch has a very good way of sounding intelligent, and that is what they were all way more intelligent, way more advanced than humans, and you kind of got that feeling like he was inhuman. And I don't know, I thought he did a great job. But I understand. I know a lot of people that were fans of the old TV show, which I am too, and Wrath of Khan and all that. Sure. I mean, you're never going to be able to beat Wrath of Khan, but I don't know. I thought he did a good job because I looked at it kind of differently. I do kind of wish it's like they should have just did the end differently. Like, instead of having Kirk die instead of Spock, I thought that was kind of weird. They should have just done away with that altogether. I mean, they're basically repeating the last movie, just switching roles, And I wish they would have dove into the Klingons a little more too. We got that one scene on Kronos, and that was it. I wish there would have been a little more. I love like that battle when they first get to Kronos, and Ahura is sitting there talking to the Klingons, and that they're about ready to throw down. And then Khan comes in there with that big minigun and just starts mowing them down. I was like, I saw that on the big screen. I was like, man, this is intense. And then you didn't know he was Khan at that point. That was a big surprise. That was the Darth Vader, I am your father type surprise. Everybody thought he was that John Harrison guy. And they did a very good job of not letting that out. There were no spoilers. I was shocked. Like, when he said he was Khan, I was like, oh, okay. That makes sense. Nancy says, I agree with you, Barry, and with you, Danno. Cumberbatch is good at anything. He really is. I know you loved Doctor Strange. Thanks, Kathy, for the Reds update. Mike is watching The Simpsons. Have you watched Star Trek Discovery? No, I haven't. I had a friend who was talking about it the other day, though. He was saying something about it. I don't know. I need to check it out, I guess. Is that the newer show? I'm not gonna lie, man. After Voyager, like, I watched maybe 7 or 8 episodes of Voyager, and I was like, I'm done. Like, I can't watch any more Star Trek. Like, I just couldn't, and I really haven't watched any since. I did watch some of Enterprise, a little bit of it. It was okay. Barry says, oh man, the first 3 episodes are awesome. Yes, it's the new one. Okay, I'll check it. What's it on? Is it on is it just on regular TV or Netflix, or I'll want to check it out then. If it's gotten the Barry approval. First 3 episodes is like a movie, in my opinion. That's awesome. Okay. I might check that out. Is it the CBS Live, or is it on CBS, or is it just on the CBS streaming? Because that's what I thought. I thought it might be on the streaming service. The CBS, I don't know. Hey, Ashley. How are you? Good to see you. Nancy says, what night, Barry? I don't know. I watched it when we had the streaming for a while. I think I'll have to check, but I think that is on the streaming service. I don't know. I don't know. I might do the free trial of it if they have one and binge watch it. I know it's only like $5 a month, but we have been buying up streaming services left and right here. And the last one I think is we got that Discovery Plus, and yeah, it's cool. A lot of stuff we watch is on Discovery Plus, but we've got HBO Plus or HBO Max, and then we got Disney, and then we got Amazon and Netflix, and it's like, it's like we just keep going up here. Might cancel one and then get that one for a little while. Ashley says, I'm going to try and go live tomorrow night. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll join up. Yeah, I was glad I was able to join your live the other day. Yeah, that was cool. Barry says, I don't know if it comes on now or not. I watched the first season and didn't pick up the second season. I have a friend. He had told me about Discovery, and when you said CBS, or I was thinking it before you even put on there, because I know he has the CBS streaming network. And when he was talking about that, I remembered he was saying that you have to have the CBS streaming. And but I think he told me that it kind of falls apart, like somewhere around the second season or something. But hey, just watch the first season and enjoy it. I'll probably check it out here at some point. Because I remember he was really liking it, and then somewhere along the line, it just kind of all fell apart for him. Jason says, streaming is the way to go. Ditch the cord. Yeah, we still got cable, too. We got way too much TV in our home. Way too much TV. Barry, it's the type of show you have to start from the beginning. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I would never start a show like that mid-season. I don't start it. I've been asking Jess, like, out of all these streaming services, what do we got on here that we can binge watch? Like, we've a lot of them, like Disney, you can't binge watch anything unless you wait till the entire season just comes out week to week and then watch it. But a lot of shows, it's hard to really get into some of them, and then we'll watch an episode or two of something. We'll be like, I'm not really getting into this, and then ditch that. And then we hear from friends like, oh no, you got to get to the 4th or 5th episode. And it's like, we have so many people telling us so many different stuff. And it's like, we have some shows that we watch. Hold on. Ashley is coming to Newport Aquarium. Awesome. You will love it. Yeah, I did a video there, not at the aquarium, but it was Memorial Day, I believe, or Sunday. I don't know. It was packed. Like, the aquarium was packed. The line was. It probably won't be that bad. It was Memorial Day weekend, so it's gonna be really busy. I was really bummed, man. I went there to do a video on Eli's Barbecue, because that is a very popular barbecue place on the east side of town here. And apparently they had they have like a food truck, I guess. Not really sure, but they were supposed to be there with their grand opening, which is not really a grand opening. I mean, they got new stores, but most of the new stores are the ones that were outside in like these little shacks, and now they have nicer stores on the inside. GameWorks is back open. That's cool. But cicada just landed right on that windowsill there. Boy, the skater's going crazy. If you're just now joining the channel or anything, I got a video coming out Sunday right outside our home here. Millions. I mean, we are getting attacked by the cicadas. I wouldn't say attacked, but I mean, if you go outside, you'll have 2 or 3 land on you like that. But yeah, I really wanted to do that review on Eli's Barbecue, and they weren't there. And I'm like, you guys, like, this was part of the show. Like, this was it. I still had a good time, but that was like the whole reason I went down there. If you want to check that video out, though, Ashley, I got it. It's like one of my recent videos. You can see everything there at Newport on the Levee. We're probably going to get a pass to the aquarium because, I mean, if you go one time, if you go twice, you get, it's well worth it. I think it's like $28 to go, or 28 or 29 per person, or it's like 50 for a pass. So if you're going to plan on going twice in a year, you might want to think about getting a pass. Plus, you get discounts. You get discounts at some of the shops at Sweet Dreams, which is an awesome candy shop right next to the aquarium. You get like 10 or 20% off the candy. It's a great deal. And I'm not sure, but I think they do at some other shops too. Let's see here. Barry says another one that is good to binge watch is Dexter on Showtime. Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes of Dexter. It is pretty cool. Jason says, what are y'all's regular shows that you and Jess watch? Well, nothing at the moment. We finished everything. Like everything that we have now, like we've been watching Blacklist and we've been watching Manifest. Manifest, I don't know if any of you guys watch it, but I mean it's cool. You know, we basically watch it because we've watched it this far along. The story is getting atrocious. Like they are really, like I even noticed last night, it was like it's almost like they're repeating a story just in a different way. And it's like I hate when shows like they run out of ideas. So they're like, well, we'll add these different aspects of it, but we'll like circle it around and make it like this is new when it's not new. You guys have done this 100 times. Get to the point. Like they made an issue. There's 2 more episodes of Manifest left, and Jess was saying last night that because they say season finale next week. So okay, so there's a 2-hour season finale next Thursday. And then she said, season finale. I'm sitting here thinking like, cool, this is the end of this show. Please just end it on a good note. Let's find out what happened. But Jess brought to my attention that it's season finale, not, finale of all, I guess. So I don't know. Jess says, Blacklist, Manifest. Okay. Ozark, whenever that comes back. Yeah, that'll be back next year. Even Ozark, like, okay, Ozark is one of them shows where like I really liked the first season. We really liked the first season. The second season, like midway through, it was like, okay, it's kind of dragging. And then like the last episode of the second season hooked you, it's like, okay, see you next year. Like, it leaves you on a really high cliffhanger. And then the third season, or was there 3 seasons to that, Jess, or just 2? Oh no, but the thing that happens at the end of the last season that we watched, it was like, man, it was just crazy, and now we can't wait to see the third season or whichever season is next. And I just hope they have news stories. I hate when it gets stale. Manifest is getting really stale for me. Like, it's getting rough. Nancy says, I know I have several streaming stations, but whenever I go to search some movie I want to watch, it's never on one of the ones I have, of course. Yeah, I know, it's always the issue. It's always some different streaming service. Well, and that is going to ultimately end cable. And I hope it does. I hope cable just like cancels out completely, so that makes our choice for us. Nancy says, squirrel. Kathy says, Reds report still 3-0. What inning is it? Nancy says, roger that. Jess has a bunch of squirrel emojis. Jason says, Jess, we like Ozark. We need to start Blacklist again. Yeah, Blacklist is another one that really seems to, you start to fall off and then they just hook you right back. They do a very good job. And the reason why they do a good job is because they have one of my favorite actors of all time. And, oh boy, am I bad with names tonight. Ultron. Whoever talks for Ultron. Come on, Barry. Spader. David Spader. Not David Spader. I feel like we've had this problem before. Is it David Spader? Jason Spader? I don't know. It's late. Well, late for me. We stopped Manifest after a few episodes. Manifest took a while to get into. It really did. That's one of those where you do have to watch probably 3 or 4 episodes to get into it. Jess said the first season of Manifest was awesome. I absolutely agree. Yes, it does take a few to where you get the gist of it and get what's going on. And they had a really great story, and things were happening and people were missing, and there was just all this stuff going this way and this way and this way, and then they never answered any of it. And then they make you think they're going to answer it, and then they never do. And it's like, well, I mean, I guess that's their hook to kind of keep you coming back. But at some point, I've talked to Jess about this a lot, is that you got to have some kind of finality, right? You have to have something that ends. You can't just keep carrying it without giving you some kind of a satisfactory ending, right? Even Empire Strikes Back, Luke gets his hand back. They're, watching the stars. You know it's coming. You know that the big show is coming in the next movie, right? But you have that satisfaction. Not Manifest. They'll end the show with somebody like, I don't know, falling off a cliff for an hour. And it's like, not that I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not saying any of the endings. But there was this one, it was like something happened and it was like, really? And then they skipped a year and then sorry. And then, I don't know. I'm at rough ends with that show. I really just, they got a 2-hour season finale next week. I hope they just finish it. Like, just end the show, end on a good note. Don't do a Firefly, please. Well, Firefly never came back. So, have you guys ever watched Prison Break? The first 2 seasons were pretty great. No, we haven't. And I have heard that's pretty good. We may have to check that one out. Write it down, Jess. Prison Break. Jason Barryall of Prison Break is awesome. My favorite show of all time. One I've never watched, Breaking Bad. Have any of you guys seen that? Is that worth starting? I know a lot of people liked it. Oh, wait. Wow. Barry, have you watched Breaking Bad? Well, that's funny. It's like, we think alike, Barry, I swear. No, I haven't. Jess says, I think 3. Jessica says, I think 3. Jason says, Walking Dead. Jess couldn't get into Walking Dead at all. James Spader, that's it. Thanks, Jess. Yeah, I watched the entire first season of Walking Dead. I don't know, man. I may go back to it at some point. I watched, okay, now don't hate me for this, guys, okay? I watched like the first couple episodes of Game of Thrones, and I can not get into it. Now, I've heard that you need to watch pretty much the entire first season of Game of Thrones. I will return to that because I think I will like it, and I'll have a lot of episodes and stuff to watch of it. I don't think Jess is going to get into that one. I think I could get into Walking Dead, but I pretty much have to rewatch like at least the last couple episodes of the first season of Walking Dead, because we watched the entire first season, and I heard it gets better and then it gets worse, just like any other show probably, but I know you really like it, Jason, so. Jess, you got to get past the first season. Still need to watch the first season. They're building a Walking Dead universe with spin-offs of the movies. I know a lot of people like Walking Dead. I mean, they do all kinds of stuff at Universal. I know the Halloween Horror Nights, they do a lot of Walking Dead stuff, which we may actually do. We're still trying to figure out what we're going to do. I know Boo Bash keeps getting tossed around here. I don't know. We may or may not do that. If we don't, we were talking about maybe doing Halloween Horror Nights, which we've never done at Universal. And that does look pretty cool. I would probably actually rather do Halloween Horror Nights than Boo Bash. In your opinion, what is your favorite male lead and female lead? Like asking these toughies, don't you? I don't know. Well, like lead of a show or a movie or just in general? I don't know. Let me think about that for a second. That's a good question. Just says it won't end there is too much to wrap up. Talking about Manifest, yeah, I know it doesn't seem like even 2 hours is going to be able to wrap up the mess they created. Barry says, yeah, Breaking Bad is worth the watch for sure. Okay, lots of exclamation points there, Jess. And I have been wanting to watch Breaking Bad because I love Cranston, Bryan Cranston. He's a great actor. Barry says, very good. Nancy says, cannot get into Walking Dead. Jason says, based off a comic as well, which you may appreciate. Which one's based off a comic? Walking Dead? That's kind of a broad question there, Barry. Like male lead role. Like I feel like there's so many. I don't know where I would really narrow it down. I feel like it would almost be easier to pick a female lead. Okay, a female lead that I love, absolutely love, and I feel like was completely destroyed, that she deserved a lot better. But I really like Rey Skywalker, or whatever the heck they changed her name, or I don't know. I thought Rey in Star Wars was amazing. And I thought she could have done a lot better with a lot better script. And the sad thing is I think she's a very great actress that can lead a role like that just wasn't given the right script. Last Jedi kind of made her look silly, and I really liked her in Rise of Skywalker. She was one of the characters that made sense, that continued the story. I really loved how she handled herself at the end of Force Awakens against Kylo Ren. That big surprise, like, oh, she's the one with the Force. She really handled that right. Like the look in her eyes when she realizes all this stuff she can do. I just think she's an amazing actress that needs to play in more leading female roles because she is very good. And as far as male roles go, I feel like I could pick another Star Wars character. I don't really feel like Luke Skywalker was ever, unless we're talking about Mandalorian. I know that sounds weird, but he never really was a lead character in a way. Like, yeah, okay, you could arguably say he's the main character, but his story only goes as far as the people around him go. Like, I almost feel like Obi-Wan is more the lead character of Star Wars that leads Luke in the right direction, or maybe Han Solo because he's his own self. Luke doesn't know who he is, basically until Return of the Jedi. I don't know. I kind of went all Star Wars, I know, but that's a really tough question. But that's kind of where I went because Rey is probably one of my favorite Star Wars female characters that basically led that movie where she's the main character of it all. That I think that was the big difference. Where did I leave off here? Oh, yeah, Jason, I knew that. Yeah, it's a graphic novel. I've actually read a couple of them. I think my brother has a couple of them, or somebody. I borrowed one from somebody and read one. I actually liked that better than the show, and I don't know if it's because just the way I was kind of envisioning it. You know, when you read something, you got the graphic, or the comic book characters of it all and everything, the graphic designs. I don't know. I mean, I might get back to this. That's something I'm gonna have to start like maybe into September when it gets closer to Halloween. Then maybe I'll get back into it. Barry says, "Okay, power through the first season of Got. Go into it without any spoilers." I've never even heard of that show. Got? Is it GOT? Or are you abbreviating? Oh, Game of Thrones? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I had to go back and yeah, I need to, buddy. No, I agree. And I had thought that too, because there are things that I know that happen later that are really awesome and it looks really cool. And yes, I just got to power through the first season. Some of these shows you really do. Sigourney Weaver is my female lead. Man, that is a good one. I love her in every movie. Every movie I've ever seen her in, I've loved her in. And yes, that is. Yeah, and if we're talking about longevity here, yes, I completely agree with you. Ghostbusters, Aliens, any sci-fi movie that she's ever played in, even Avatar. I wasn't a huge fan of the movie, but her role's great. She's a great actress. Sigourney Weaver's great. Kurt Russell, man, another good one. I love Kurt Russell, man. My favorite movie with him was probably Tombstone. And if we're talking, every one of those guys, every one of the Earps and Doc Holliday. Who was it? Kurt Russell, Sam Elliott, the other guy from Twister. You mentioned him earlier. I can't even remember his name. Jeez, I'm just off today. Brian Paxton, is it? I think something Paxton, and then Doc Holliday. Johnny Depp. Hey, he's a big one. Mine's Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, he could be. Sylvester Stallone. That is something. And this is something to be said. I know it's silly, right, to think about sometimes, but I think any Arnold Schwarzenegger movie or Sylvester Stallone movie, no matter which one it is, I don't care which one it is, I can sit down and watch. Either one of them, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone. I could watch any movie that they've ever done, even Cobra. And I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I could watch it. No surprise there, Nancy. Ray says, yes, Johnny Depp is a very good one. Yeah. Harrison Ford would be another one. Mel Gibson. Oh, man, yeah. Bill Paxton, that's it. Yep, Bill Paxton and hold on here. What's his name? Kind of fell off a. Hold on a second. I'm losing my mind. And yes, I'm Googling Val Kilmer, Doc Holliday. Boy, I feel bad for not knowing that one. I almost said the third Batman or the third Batman, Batman Forever. Some of these guys, it's like, even with Val Kilmer, I loved him as Doc Holliday. I don't think there could have ever been a better Doc Holliday. But he hasn't been in anything in years. Like, I don't remember him being in a movie since Batman. Like, I loved him, and he was a very versatile actor when he used to play. He's been Doc Holliday, Jim Morrison in the Doors movie. That was great. Nancy says, "Oh yeah, Barry Harrison Ford is great in everything. He is. He really is." Leonard Nimoy, may he rest in peace. Yeah, and I don't know. Now, see, I would think of Spock, right? But he's never really been the lead. Even though that's kind of where I was trying to separate from. Okay, yeah, of course he's a lead character in Star Trek, but he's still the side. He's not like the lead as like William Shatner was in Star Trek. And I've never known Leonard Nimoy to really play in anything else. I know he has, but that's why, and that's why I was kind of sticking away. I just was trying to elaborate on that question a little more. Because I immediately start thinking of my favorite actors, and that's not necessarily the same ones that are my favorite lead actors in movies. Nancy says, "Oh yeah, and how can I forget my favorite Denzel Washington? He's good too. Denzel Washington is good in every movie he plays in." Well, I don't know. I can think of a couple I didn't like. I can think of a couple movies I don't like from a lot of different people, though. So, Kathy says, "Love Harrison too." Jason says, "Well, I'm on my weekend rotation at work. Gonna get the kids settled down, then go chill. I'll probably set up a premiere Monday night." That's awesome, man. Can't wait for it. You have a great weekend, buddy. Don't work too hard. Also, for those of you guys watching, Jason has an awesome channel, awesome adventure channel. Check him out. Subscribe. Him and his family, they have a great channel. They do adventures, a lot like our channel. Barry says, "I gotta turn this light down some." There we go. It's getting a little bright. Barry says he was in some direct to video movies developed throat cancer and is in bad health. Sad to say about Kilmer. He could do it all too. Yeah, I knew he had something going on. I knew there was something. I didn't know it was that. I know the last time I seen him, he was on some show and he looked rough. Kathy, you were right, Dan. Just my favorite in Star Trek. Oh no, I know. Yeah. Yeah, no, I was really breaking that down for myself as far as lead characters and all that stuff. Because I was trying to, that's why I needed a few minutes to think on it, because I was trying to separate my favorites from the ones who were actually my favorite lead roles in movies, but that was all on me. My favorite too, Kath. Let's not get confused here. Who's your favorite country singer? Huh. Is Garth Brooks really considered country? I mean, I guess he is. Hey, Garth Brooks. I love Garth Brooks. I could listen to him all day long. Barry Cooper, Charlie Sheen was great until he fell off. Yeah, absolutely. Charlie Sheen is fantastic, and he's hilarious. And he's a good amount of hilarious mixed with a great actor. One of my favorite movies with him was Navy SEALs. If you've never seen that movie, Barry, you should check it out. Or Navy SEAL. That's an awesome movie. Well, among many others too. He's played in a lot of war movies. Drew says, one of my favorite singers is Luke Combs. That's awesome. Bears is Travis Tritt. Drew says, that's a good one. Jason says, you as well. Good night, everyone. My job is not hard. I just have to be up at the crack of 5 a.m. That's the hardest part. Once you get up, man, the battle is over. You just gotta finish it off. Ray says, good night, Jason. Kathy, I missed the lead part because I was checking on the game. Oh, no, that's all right. Nancy says, if I sign off without saying goodbye, it's because my phone died. Oh, no, that's okay. You ain't got to stay. We're going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes anyway. I got to get something to drink. We're on here past 9. I really appreciate all you guys joining tonight. I didn't really have too much of a plan for the live show, but you know what? I knew we'd start chatting about awesome stuff because that's what we do here. We have fun on this channel. We talk about anything you guys ever want to talk about. That's what I love to do, because anything that interests you guys, you know, I love it too. Like all this movie stuff and questions, like that's why. And this is part of the reason why I did away with the trivia, because I like when you guys ask questions like this. You know, who's your favorite actor? Who's your favorite artist? You know, all this stuff. This is awesome. This is my favorite kind of stuff to do. What's the score, Kath? We still winning? Drew says he has some good songs. Oh, Tritt. Yeah, absolutely. He wasn't a bad lead actor match, but Michael Biehn has always been a solid backup. Yeah, no doubt. He's always that guy, man. Michael Biehn, he's always that guy that fills the void, right? Like Terminator, or I wish he would have been more in like The Rock, right? When he's the first SEAL team to go in to try and stop Ed Harris and The Rock and everything. Plays a good role, always plays a good role as a military op. Like it always seems like that's his type of role. He's got that military feel about him. Is there anybody channel that I can check out that I missed? I don't know, Drew. Maybe PFAM5, Jason, if you haven't checked them out yet. They got a pretty awesome channel. He just got off here, but yeah, they got an awesome adventure channel. PFAM5, pretty good. I also like James Garner. Score still the same. Pitcher for Cards went out with an injury. Okay. At least we're still winning. James Garner, another great actor. Maverick. The original Maverick. Nancy says your show is like having a party with people you don't know yet. Absolutely. He did play Johnny Ringo. That's right. Man, see what I mean? Like he's always that guy. Like it's like we need a guy to come in and fill a very important role. He's not going to have a huge amount of screen time, but we need that guy that's going to come in and just put it together. That's Michael Biehn. He fills the gap as a great actor. But you're right. Yeah, he's never, not that I know of, he's never really had a lead role in anything. He's just always been that guy to fill the void. And kudos to him, because he is a great actor. Very underrated actor. His role in Terminator, I would say, is probably the most I've ever seen him in a movie. Kyle Reese. Johnny Ringo. You look like someone just walked all over your grave. I love Tombstone. I'll probably get off tonight and watch it. The movie's awesome. Drew says, I'm glad I'm chatting with you tonight. Sorry I missed some of your chats. That's all right, buddy. No, I appreciate you. Anytime you make it, man. It's awesome. Glad having you on. I hated hearing about your channel, man. That's man, that's terrible. I wish, you know, I wish there was something you could do. But do that. Make sure you email them and tell them what happened. Just put it all in an email. Tell them what happened. Wait a couple days because it's going to take a couple days. I think it took like 4 or 5 days for me to get a message back from them, but they were very nice. And I won't talk about the issue online here, what it was, but I had some issues myself and I got them fixed. They fixed them for me. So just send them an email and I'm sure they'll do you right, man. They want you to do well on their platform. They want you to keep making awesome videos and getting people to watch because that's what they do. That's how they make their money. Kathy says, so true, Nancy. Drew says, I subscribe to them, I think. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Jason's awesome. Barry says, yeah, James Garner is a classic actor too. Loved a lot of Clint Eastwood movies. Jeff Bridges is another one I like. Oh, man, yeah. Well, it's funny. Like, you start naming these actors, I start thinking of some of my favorite movies. And it's like, man, you forget about Dirty Harry and, all the good ones. Jeff Bridges, too, man. I love Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges is somebody that can play any role. He can be either the greatest character in a movie, like as far as a good guy, or he can play your worst enemy, and he can play a very good bad guy. He's a good all around actor. I'll never forget. I don't know if you've seen this movie, Barry, but it's I think it's called Arlington Road. It's got Jeff Bridges in it, and it's got Tim Robbins. And Tim Robbins, the guy from Shawshank Redemption, Alan Dufresne, Andy Dufresne. Arlington Road. Check that movie out. I don't even want to say anything about it. It's got Tim Robbins and Jeff Bridges. It's an amazing movie, and it's got some surprises in it. Bane has been in a lot of James Cameron movies along with Sigourney Weaver. Oh, yeah. Have you watched The Abyss? I have. It's been years, though. That's one I need to watch again. It's been a long time. Long time. Like since I was a kid. Michael Biehn plays a bad guy again and does a good job. Oh, okay. I'll have to watch it again. I don't know. It's been a long time. Nancy says, I'll be your huckleberry. Drew says, thank you, buddy. I will, buddy. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. They'll work it out, man. They always do. They always manage to be able to fix it. So don't worry too much until, and if they don't answer you in a few days, send them another email and send urgent or something, get their attention. Because you got to imagine they're probably getting hundreds of thousands of emails a day, right? Because people are having problems all the time. There was a bug or something that happened not too long ago. I think it was on the 28th. There was something happened where people were losing subscribers. They weren't losing subscribers. YouTube Studio was having an issue where they were showing a lot less subscribers and watch time had went away. And this might have been something that affected you that they might actually be fixing, because that happened to me and it got fixed and I didn't have to say anything. I went on the down detector, the YouTube down. It's called down detector. If you Google that, you can see different times when YouTube is down or their YouTube Studio is down. And that might actually been what happened to you. Were there indications that you were hacked, or did you just see that there were subscribers missing and a lot of watch time missing? Because that that did happen, and you might have just been part of that. Because mine got fixed. I don't know. That was a YouTube issue, not from any outside source. Thank you for your help with my channel, Fishing with Drew. Telling people to check it out. I appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome, man. Heck yeah. We got an awesome, tight YouTube community. I say this every week, and this is something that my friends, Jeff and Marie, they always say this on their live show. You know, it's like, we're all trying to grow on YouTube. And the thing is that we all do this as either a hobby or, you know, like me, I want to do this as a job someday. I mean, if I was making money at this, I'm just going to be blunt here. Like, if I was making money at this, well, then the game changes. Now I can afford to do things that I may not have been able to afford to do before, where I can advance in my video making and a lot of different things. Like I could pay for some different software, things that I want to do with, you know, cameras and stuff like that. You know, all that stuff costs money. And it's like, I've always told myself that I'm not going to dump a lot of money into something until I'm making money at it. And that's the best advice. Somebody told me that. Don't invest too much money into something until you are making money at it. Invest a little bit, right? Like, I had to get a laptop dedicated to YouTube. I had to get a webcam to do live shows. I had to get a microphone. I got my camera, good to go. Like, all the little things, yeah, you do got to buy stuff eventually if you want to go further and further. But I feel like I'm at that point now where, okay, now it's like, until I'm making money on this, I'm not spending any more money. I got everything I need to make my videos and push it out there. Barry says, I have watched it about the bomber, right? Yes. Have you seen Thunderbolt and Lightfoot? Eastwood and Bridges? I don't know. It sounds familiar. I know I've seen those two in a movie before. That might be it. I just don't remember the name. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Oh no, I'll check it out. But yes, Arlington Road, that is the movie, man. The movie where the bad guy wins. I thought it was great. That's a movie where it's like, you know, if you haven't seen, like, I could probably watch it now because I haven't seen it in a long time, but that's one of those movies you kind of just watch one and you're done. Like, okay, cool. But it's yeah, I could watch it again now. Nancy says, and we're out. Oh, I guess the phone died. See you next time, Danno, and may the force be with you. May the force be with you, Kathy. Thank you for joining. I appreciate everybody joining. Shar, I see you're going to bed there. Thank you for watching. Good night. Barry says, Nick Cage and John Travolta was tearing it up for a while, making good movie after movie. Same with Bruce Willis and Hudson Hawk. I know. It's like Hollywood just... I read something the other day that Hollywood won't cast Johnny Depp or Leonardo DiCaprio anymore. Now, I don't, take it for what you will. I mean, it seems like Johnny Depp's in a movie every week. But, I started thinking about that. It's like, he hasn't been anything in a little while. And we haven't seen DiCaprio in anything since the Wall Street movie. And these actors, it's like they have their decade. They have their 10 years, and then Hollywood just wants to move on. Like Bruce Willis. Sheesh. Haven't seen him in anything. Hudson Hawk. Yeah, that was a funny movie. Yeah, but Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. I don't know about John Travolta. Like, he's kind of fallen off for me. I loved him for years and years, and now you see him on these shows or like talk shows and stuff. It's like, what happened to you, man? Like, I haven't seen Nicolas Cage in a while. I'm sure he's the same as he's always been. I think he is probably one of these Hollywood products that they just don't want to. They want new faces or something. But yeah, John Travolta, I've seen him in a couple like talk shows, and he's just kind of all over the place. I was like, man, I don't know. He ain't the same as he used to be. Someone was chatting for you on the live stream. Whoever did it, me was saying I was an imposter. I don't know, man. That's weird. Do you know who it was? Do you know the name? Ray says, have you watched The Jackal and Willis and Richard Gere? Oh, The Jackal. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that movie's great. If you have not, you really need to. Yes, it is a very good movie. Yeah, I loved it. I love when he's trying to figure out that gun, and you got what's his name from he shoots the guy's arm off. Oh, yeah, it was a good movie. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. I'm exhausted. It's past my bedtime. I need to get something to drink too. It is hot in here. We got the air on in the other rooms, but we don't have air in here. I need to bring a little Jack Black. Thank you. Boy, I'm just bad with the names. That's why I need you, Barry. You're on the name game. Well, Drew, I'm sorry that happened to you, buddy. Good luck with it all. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tricky thing. Just make sure you keep your passwords protected and don't let anybody into your site. I don't know, man. It's rough. Well, guys, you all have a great night. Really enjoyed tonight. Have a great time. I've got the Kings Island video coming out tomorrow, and then we got the big cicada craziness video coming out Sunday. So you have a good weekend too, buddy. You all have a great night. I appreciate you joining the stream, and always remember the adventure is out there.